Hey guys, this is host Adi and welcome back to Comic Space, and today we have quite a major insight about as how Marvel Studios is planning their last and the final phase of the Multiverse Saga, which will be in phase 6, and as they are about to close the Multiverse Saga, we are going to have some major projects coming up, as it looks like Marvel Studios is also looking forward to filming a secret Marvel theatrical project that we haven't heard a lot about, and project that doesn't have a title attached to it and what is going on. So we are going to talk all about it with everything that we have heard in the rumor mill, and of course the speculation has been going around for quite some time. So our today's update is coming from Daniel RPK, and again, if you have been following our channel or have been part of the rumor mill, you know that we like to give Daniel RPK a lot more reverence than any other source, as he also having quite an impeccable track record as well. So as the update goes, that Marvel Studios is filming a secret Marvel project scheduled to be filming in the fall of 2025 in the UK. So the first thing first that came in my mind, and I probably think in a lot of people's minds, it has to be Doctor Strange 3. I personally have been talking about Doctor Strange 3 on the channel for quite some time now, as the final and the last leg of the Multiverse Saga is shaping up to be with Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man 4, hopefully Doctor Strange 3, and then moving forward to Avengers Secret Wars. So this is going to be the final lineup, as Marvel Studios was going to be closing out the Multiverse Saga, which is how I looked at it. It also makes a lot of sense in terms of the storytelling, but we are still not sure about it actually being Doctor Strange 3. But again, in the past, we haven't heard about any project being such and close to getting into the production, except all of the Disney Plus projects that Marvel Studios is developing. We have been hearing a lot of things about the Midnight Suns project, which is also turning out to be a theatrical project that Marvel Studios have also fast-tracked its development. But I'm pretty sure that project won't be coming out until Blade films comes out. Doesn't matter how much that project has been put in the gear, the Blade has to be coming out first, because Blade is going to be an integral part of that team. You need to introduce Blade first, and obviously Blade is also going to be a setup point towards that Midnight Suns team up, which is again Blade and Midnight Suns is going to be falling under the same kind of the adjacent storyline that Marvel Studios has been building under the supernatural side of the MCU. So again, then another thing that we have heard, it has to be Marvel Studios X-Men reboot. So makes tons of sense after Doctor Strange 3, because I think those are the two very potential projects that these are the two projects, Doctor Strange 3 and the X-Men reboot, has the most potential of to be that secret Marvel projects that Marvel Studios is planning to film in the next year's fall. Because throughout this whole year we have been hearing tons of things about Marvel's X-Men reboot, with of course X-Men 97 had come out, and we started hearing a lot of things about X-Men reboot, as Marvel Studios also went on to fast track that project as well. They had brought writers, they were working on the script, and as it seems like that X-Men reboot was going to be coming around at the same time as Secret Wars, or on the corner of Secret Wars, when we were done with the Multiverse Saga and everything that comes with it. Then we were going to be heading into the Mutant Saga all heads on straight away after Secret Wars, with Marvel Studios introducing their own 616 X-Men. If that secret Marvel theatrical project is supposed to be started filming in the fall of 2025, it does put its potential release date around 2027. And again, if it's going to be an X-Men reboot, the kind of the scale and a lot of the things that goes into for that kind of major films, I believe that Marvel Studios would like to get a head start on, which again Marvel's X-Men reboot is quite a candidate for that slot as well. Like I said, Doctor Strange 3, which I'm personally hoping that it would make sense, and again Marvel Studios is supposed to be looking forward to adapting the Times and South storyline from the comics, but again it has been quite some time. A lot of changes keeps happening. Marvel Studios doesn't have anything on the concrete for that film as far as we know, because we haven't heard a lot about it. Given the nature of Marvel and the MCU, they might also be adapting Times and South storyline and adding that element into Avengers Doomsday as well, and not actually making out to be a whole out live action Doctor Strange 3 film, and saving that third film for something else when they comes to the corner when they are about to conclude the story of Strange. They might want to save that film for that instead of actually putting out into the story of the Secret Wars, because again I think it just makes it a whole lot more interesting when Marvel Studios is going to be spreading their Secret Wars storyline among other projects as well. Like I said, Spider-Man 4 is also supposed to be another multiverse story, and then quite a major one as well, with multiple villains involved, and again we still gotta see how it is going to be working out. It is supposed to be a continuous storyline, and Spider-Man 4 is not supposed to be a prequel to Doomsday. It also lets us to believe that 616 continuity is actually not going to be collapsing after the events of Avengers Doomsday, which again I think in terms of the whole timeline and the continuity thing, it can be its own video. Doctor Strange 3 is also going to be quite important to the character of Clea. They for sure have brought Charlize Theron to play that character, which again it makes me think that she's going to have a much more longer arc moving forward and leading into the Mutant Saga as well. Marvel Studios might even replace Strange as they conclude his story with Clea and making her then quite a major part moving forward after Secret Wars as well. So it will be nice for that character as well if it is going to be an actual solo Doctor Strange film, with of course Clea also being in quite a major part of it. So again, like I said, we gotta see how all of these things are actually going to be working out. So I think it is time for me to see you guys off on this one. I'm so glad that you guys got the time to hear me out. Thanks for listening to me. This is your host Adi signing off. See you in the next one.